You know how we like to celebrate new business ideas and the entrepreneurial spirit each week on DC Breakdown. Well, tonight we want to introduce you to the creative mind behind a rather unusual snack. Jimmy Edgerton is here of Two Armadillos, and I have to say, I just yesterday had chickpeas on a salad, but it wasn't this delicious set of chickpeas. Explain to me, how'd you do this? What's going on here?
So these are a delicious snack that is also healthy. Please dig in.
No shame to my game on this show.
And they're a delicious substitute for croutons or any other kind of chips and pretzels that you might have in your daily life.
Or I just have a crunch fetish. I really have, is fetish the right word? I have a crunch issue. I like to crunch on stuff. It's bad. So to have something good and healthy like this would be great.
Crispy chickpeas and crunch in general is something that the snacking population loves. We always want to have something that has like a bite to it when we're snacking. And what's amazing about our snacks is that compared to some other things out there that are more processed, you can actually get a lot of nutrition with our crunch. For instance, one of our small bags here, each serving has the same protein as an egg and double the fiber as a serving of broccoli.
Get out.
And there are 3 servings in that single bag you're holding right there.
Oh, that's good. I had the rosemary. Yes, I mean, here. I just had the rosemary. That is delicious. How did you and your partner come up with this idea?
So I have to give all the credit to my business partner, Greg. He's a doctor. He's finishing up his training to be a cardiologist in New York City.
Yay, good for him.
And he's inspiring on his own on just how hard he's working as a doctor and yet also helping me run this business for snacks.
Absolutely.
And it came out of his time in the hospital where it'd be 11 o'clock. He's been working hard all day. Starts to crash, needs a snack. Where do you go? You go to the vending machine. Yep. What's in the vending machine?
All kinds of bad stuff for you that tastes good.
Exactly. So we're like, I really like the tasty part, but I kind of don't want it to be bad stuff. What can we have that's healthy? So Greg started making his own chickpea snacks, bringing them to the hospital. After a couple weeks, all his friends, the doctors and nurses he was working with, found out he had these snacks, started eating them too. He soon was taking 4 or 5 times as many snacks as he wanted to give out to people in the hospital.
But okay, let's back up. How do you even know to put chickpeas, bake them, and then, you know, throw some seasonings on them? I would never know. That would just never occur to me.
I think living in a really small apartment in New York
and
City.
being in New York and hungry, whatever was in the house.
You get creative when you're in school. Yeah. So Greg literally threw some things together.
Well, on my second one, it is such a great idea. Tell me about your success after you guys, you know, everybody at the hospital wanted and you started getting, some orders. How did you two come together?
Well, Greg and I know each other since college, and we really bonded over sports and athletics and kind of going out there and hard work.
Because you guys are personal trainers too.
Yep. Yeah. Greg was a personal trainer at Tufts and ran the department for a little while for all the student trainers. He ran those. And I'm still a certified personal trainer and certified nutritional consultant. So kind of health to then help our bodies be better at sports was always something that's important to us. So it was like, well, snacking on the go.
Right.
You know, I always need a snack going between practices when I was young.
Right.
So why not be snacking on chickpeas instead of snacking on a chip or a pretzel?
Absolutely. Okay, I do want to point out that you are DC based and you guys are just selling in DC or you're selling all over?
We are selling all over. If you're interested in snacks, we're ready for you. We have the crispy chickpeas. But we're focused, most of our business in our brick and mortar locations, like our wholesalers, are in DC.
Okay.
And that's important to us to be really part of the community.
Absolutely.
You know, like hiring local jobs from all sorts of different populations, working together, having training programs within the city has been huge for us.
And hiring people.
Yeah.
We love you for that. We love you for that. I want to brag on you. You were on CNBC's show, The Profit. And I watched this whole thing on Today's Show, where it was you and I guess the two finalists too. They had some sort of barbecue sauce.
Yes.
And they got a great deal with the guy, but he came up to you and he said, and he was right, you have a product that is not on the market yet. This is what you want, a product that's not on the market yet. And he said, I don't like your packaging. I want to change your packaging and I want to invest $100,000 in your business. I see the packaging has changed.
Yes.
And how did the $100,000, how'd you use it?
Well, we're still in our negotiations with Marcus.
Oh.
And he has been a wealth of resource for information.
Because he promised he wanted to partner with you guys.
Yeah, and we're working out now our style and philosophy and how we want to do things. Marcus is really comfortable with scale. He runs a $3-4 billion business. You know, I'm running a business that's $40,000 a month. It's a little different. You know, and we're so focused on community still, and like reaching out with our like nonprofit partners in the city, like Capillary Food Bank or DC Central Kitchen. Marcus, when he's on a national level, it's kind of a different in really just style. You know, I mean, the same hard work, you know, good business ethics, and just like wanting to help others throughout our businesses are there. So now it's trying to find, you know, should we really be partners and really in together? Is that the best fit? Or maybe as friends, we can do just as much good, and Greg can still have access, or as a doctor, Greg can have access to Marcus, help him with some of his products, and vice versa. Marcus is business savvy.
Good for you for saying, you know, maybe there's another way we can work together as opposed to that. You're smart, you're savvy. and I do want to point out before we have to go that you're into healthy living, you're into being a sustainable real estate developer. You're obviously into helping your community, not only by creating your product here and hiring people, but also by giving as much as you can to food banks to help sustain those who don't have the same opportunities as the rest of us.
Exactly. Opportunities, I think, is key. And within DC, and especially the small business, there's so many opportunities here. And we like to say, you know, just because we're a for-profit business, why can't we have a clear public health agenda?
Absolutely. It's corporate social responsibility, but at this small a level, you guys get it from the very beginning. So I do expect you to get big, because this actually, I am picky. This is delicious.
Being very nice.
And no, we appreciate, and we're very proud of you. Very proud of you. Tell me very quickly before we leave, what do you see as some of the problems with America's food system? Because obviously food is important to you, good healthy food.
I think the biggest thing is transparency. I think people should be allowed to really know what they're eating and how it's created and where it comes from. And part of that can be, you know, for us, like what we do on our small scale, we invite people down to the kitchen, come see us bake. We'll show you where our supply chain is, where our organic chickpeas, where our organic oils come from. I think that's really important, that when people understand what they're putting into their bodies, they're going to be better at what they're then putting out to society and how they're helping others and interacting.
Jimmy Edgerton, 2 armadillos with some delicious snacks. There's nothing like it on the market. It's crispy chickpeas, and it is so delicious, and I'm very proud of you. Thank you for what you're doing for your community.
Thank you, Angela.